I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender.
Hey, I'm Kristen.
And I'm Dusty, and this is the physics of billiards.
We're going to show you how the concepts of speed, velocity, projectile motion, acceleration, and Newton's 3 laws of motion relate to billiards.
As well as momentum, work, power, potential energy, and kinetic energy do.
First, we're going to start with potential energy. Potential energy is energy stored as a result of position and shape. Now, if you've been eating your Brussels sprouts, you've been storing energy into your body. When your muscles contract holding the cue stick, it transfers that energy from your body into the cue stick. Now, she has plenty of energy to exert in the game. Watch as Kristen takes her stored energy, potential energy, and exerts it on the cue stick, creating kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy the ball has due to motion. As Kristen hits the cue ball into the other balls, there's plenty of kinetic energy.
Speed is the ratio of the distance an object moves to the amount of time it moves, or speed equals distance divided by time.
Speed in billiards can be demonstrated by pocket speed, which means that the shot was played with just enough speed for the ball to reach the pocket. Good job! Next is velocity. Velocity is simply the movement of the ball across the table. Acceleration is the change in direction or speed the ball moves. Watch as Kristen demonstrates by hitting the cue ball against the side and it changes directions. That is acceleration.
When the cue ball hits another ball, it will impact the velocity through the second. When the two balls collide, the second will move with lower velocity. If not, stop altogether. Work is a product of distance and the force in the direction an object moves, or work equals force times distance. Watch as Dusty does work just by moving her arms. As Dusty uses the cue ball to break up the other balls, she is applying power. Power equals distance divided by time. The more power that is exerted, the harder the balls will collide. Projectile motion is the curved path of an object in free fall after it's given an initial forward velocity.
As the cue ball sits motionless on the table, its net force is 0. And according to Newton's first law of motion, the state of motion of an object does not change as long as the net force is 0. But if the net force is above 0, as I roll it across the table, it is in motion and will eventually stop due to friction. According to Newton's second law of motion, the acceleration of an object is equal to the net force acting on it divided by the object's mass.
According to Newton's third law of motion, for every action there is an opposite and equal reaction. As the 2 ball and the 10 ball collide together, both balls separate.
And that's the physics of billiards.
Chinese food makes me sick, and I think it's fly when girls stop by for the summer. I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch. I'd take her if I had one wish, but she's been gone since that summer. Hip-hop marmalade, spick and span. Met you one summer and it all began. You're the best girl that I ever did see.
I don't know. That's weird.
First, we're going to start with potential energy. Potential energy is crap.
Okay.
Now, if you've been eating your Brussels sprouts, you've been
Now, if you've been eating your Brussels sprouts, then you have been storing energy into your body. Now, when you contract your muscles,
Brussels sprouts. Now, Kristen has plenty of energy to exert in playing billiards.
According to Newton's third law of motion, for every action there's a reaction and equal reaction force.
Going.
Play hooky, always been hip to the b-boy style, known to act wild and make a girl smile.